John from JO Ventures Outdoors, and today I'm with you for another video, and I thought I would do something a little different. This is just after the Thanksgiving holiday, so I hope everyone had a blessed and great Thanksgiving with your family and friends, and however you choose to spend that, and hopefully it was safe and healthy, and everybody's doing well. I just thought I would do a little shop tour. It's been a while since I've done a shop tour. I thought I would show you a few things and where I do some of my leather work and work on knives and where I actually film my videos. So I don't know if that would be interesting to you, but I think we did this a few years ago, several YouTubers, but I thought it'd be great to do it again and just kind of show you some of my favorite things here in the shop and where I work. It's not a very big space. It's actually really small, and I really wished it was bigger, but there isn't room. But I thought you might be interested in seeing this. So I am going to remove, I have it on, the camera is actually my phone, and I have it on a tripod here, and I can pan this around, but I'm also going to remove it. I mean, there's my toolbox and leather supplies. I'm in the garage. You can see my lawnmower right over there. So I'm actually going to remove this, and hold on just a second. Might be a little bit, I'll just come back. How's that? Okay, I've got the camera off of the tripod. I'll try not to move it very much, but here's basically, I'll go back a little bit and show you kind of a view of this area. It's just one side of my garage. There's the area right there. You can see my tripod set up right there. Now, I really tried to perfect and improve the lighting. And you can see I do have a light up here that I can adjust. And this works really well for leather work and for videos. And I got that at a garage sale for not much money at all. You can see I have a hanging system up here that I got a few years ago. A ring light really helps with improving the lighting if you're doing videos. I have some string lights up there and my case sign and some other things, which, you know, I just do that for fun. And I have some tools up above there. Usually things I use, I don't use a level a whole lot for leather work, but I use these clamps, and just brings more light, this little treble light. I think that was my grandpa's, so I have that there. I got a drill, rechargeable drill, my sharpeners and my strop, and here's a mask for doing, you know, like, I was working with some antlers and some leather and things, so I put a mask on. There's my little drill press. I use this a lot for drilling the holes, stitching holes for bigger sheaths and things. You have to drill through there, and you have to have a drill press. I have this little container here which has glue, you know, a sheen. It has wax for treating leather. It has water for wetting leather for the stamps. I have my daubers for all my dye here on the back. There's my stitching pony that I use quite a bit. You've seen that in some videos. Walter made that for me, and that's one of my favorite things here in the garage. I just love that. I use it a lot. You can see we've got lots of stickers there on the toolbox. I talk about this right here. This is my grandpa's old toolbox. When my grandmother moved out of her house, I was able to acquire that with all of his old tools. I've gotten rid of some of those over the years because I just don't use them. Those are just storage boxes for extra items here in the garage. I have my vise down below with some drill bits and things. These just have tools in them, you know, so this is like pliers and screwdrivers and things like that. I do get in there quite a bit, but you can see here's basically where I do my videos. This is the cutting board that one of my subscribers made. I'm trying to remember who it was. I apologize, but I'll think of it here in a little bit. But anyway, got that, and that is on top of a punch board. You can see that's where I punch all the holes for sheaths and for slips and things. Anything that I need to punch a hole in. This is just a heavy rubber mat. You buy that at Tandy Leather, and that is fantastic. Under it is a quartz, a slab of quartz. Use that for stamping, and I basically just put this on top of the quartz, and it gives me an extra solid surface. Have this grippy material between them. You can see clips in the background there for gluing leather and some other things there. But I just put the cutting board right on top of here. That's my video setup that you normally see. So to the side is a cutting mat for cutting leather. I sometimes transfer this over to this table. I have this table set up in here, usually during the summer. In the winter, there's usually a car right here, so I'll probably be taking that down pretty soon. But anyway, that's kind of that. But anyway, this toolbox has got a countertop on top of it, and I got that for free. It was on the street. I was taking a walk, and I grabbed it and took it home. And and then I just clamped it to the top of this, and that's my main work surface. That's really my only work surface except for the table behind me. And so yeah, it would be nice to have another workbench in, back here, just to give me more surface area to work all year round, but I just haven't quite gotten that done yet. I'm still thinking about what I want to do. I have a strip plug back here that has USB ports in it. That's for my ring light. I have several plugs. That's very handy. And it turns the lights on and off easily. So I have that back there too. So anyway, that's basically my main working surface here. It goes back, this way. And you can see it from this angle, how I've just got this hooked on to the top of there. There's my tripod. This is an old tripod that my wife had for her old camera. It works fantastic. I just put, a phone holder up here. I highly suggest, if you're making videos for YouTube, to have a dedicated tripod that you can use. I have some smaller ones hanging up over there, but I don't hardly even use those. Here's the toolbox. Now, I got this for free. My neighbor was getting rid of it, and so I took it, and I've I got stickers all over it, sticker bombed it, got all the channel stickers all over it. I've even gone on the other side with stickers. In the top part here, I got a bunch of rags here. Move those out of the way. I've got templates for a project I'm working on. Here's some more templates. Thread. That's really an old tie holder, and I use it to put thread in. I've got mineral oils over here for lubrication. Some just common tools I use a lot. I think there's some razor knives there. Here, these trays, these drawers are just fantastic. I keep all my stamps in this drawer and also this drawer, and that works great. Here I keep stitching irons and some cutting tools, lighters, that kind of stuff. And here, this is all the beads, snaps. All these containers have stuff in them. You can see there, snaps, setters, all the stuff I needed there for leather work. And this one is basically like thank you notes, stickers, you know, note cards, that kind of stuff. Here, I've got tools that I use a lot. Squares, rulers, scissors, you know. It's kind of a mess because I just kind of put stuff in there, but edge groover, my mallet, everything is in here. All my scissors, one of my favorite scissors given to me by BDH are these right here. And I think that's, what's it called? Goodwine, I think, Goodwine or something like that. It's a German-made scissors. These are fantastic, and love that. Thank you, BDH, for those. Then I've got a really nice edge groover I got from Sarah Denon, SD with Leatherwork. She gave that to me. I love that too. So I've got lots of tools in here. There's that part. If you open the doors, I gotta move the tripod a little bit. You open these doors, and there's drawers all down through here. This first one is all knife maintenance and refurbishing knives, anything that has to do with that. You can see some of that in there. The next drawer is all thread. There's the leather lace for doing lanyards. There's my daubers, beeswax, you know, all the supplies you need for that. The next one is just odds and ends, some hardware here, scales for weighing knives, that kind of stuff. Here we've got some books, some sandpaper. These are all patterns, templates for projects. Down here is the big drawer that keep dye, leather dye, Zippo fluid, vinyl gloves, the little snack bags that I use to put my slips in when I'm sending them out, that kind of thing. So down below you can see my sharpener, some odds and ends down there, alcohol, mineral oil, Rit dye, you know, some of the larger supplies. Over here is all scrap leather. This is good leather, several different types and weights, and just some of my supplies. This is all scrap. I just kind of throw in this box. A cutting board, you know, cardboard for doing dyeing and that kind of stuff. This is all scrap leather too. So I try to, you know, kind of keep it organized here a little bit, and but you know, I just thought it would be interesting for you to see this, and it's kind of a mess because I've been working on projects. Hopefully I'm not making you too sick with this leather work, but I mean with this camera work, I should say. Oh, another thing. Two of my other favorite things are this drill press, which I talked about, but I just recently got a Dremel for my birthday from my father-in-law, and it was fantastic. I don't know why I waited so long to get a Dremel, but this is great for polishing knives. I was actually using this drill holes to put some rivets in a project, a leather project, and it works great as a little drill. So yeah, that's fantastic. This I use to keep my microphone in for the camera. I have a little microphone, cordless, that goes right into my camera, my phone here, to use for videos, and so that's what I use for that. So another favorite thing is a gift from Radio Geek Blades. This little bag. I use this when I go to the flea market, or when I want to transport knives to show them to other people or whatever. I love this little thing. Thank you, Chris. I really appreciate you. I appreciate this gift. fantastic. That's another favorite thing here in the shop, along with something else too. Talk about these a lot, but you know, the field sharpener from WorkSharp. If you don't have one of these, you really need to get one. I use this pretty much all the time as my sharpener. I've got a field, you know, a Precision Elite as well, but I mean, that works fantastic just to touch up your knives and keep things sharp. So with that, that's the tour, and I hope you've enjoyed this, and I thank you all for watching.